Hello, everyone. It is Jack McNeil from jackmcneil.com, and I'm super excited today because this is my chance, my first chance to be the interviewer of my dear friend and fellow coach, Corrina Gordon Barnes. Hi, Corrina.
I love it when you say that in your Canadian accent.
Oh, do
Corrina.
you?
Yeah, I do. I don't know why.
And so it's exciting for me because I've been over on your blog and you've interviewed me a few times, which is really fun. But now I get to ask the questions of you,
Oh,
and we're going to be talking about something really important today, which is pricing for entrepreneurs. And I know I have struggled with this, having been employed and having a salary, and someone telling me what my hourly rate is going to be, and I didn't have to think about any of that. Then moving to self-employment, where I had to all of a sudden make that decision. How much is an hourly rate? And then when I move from just one-to-one or hourly coaching, then how do I price my programs? And I know I've bumped into a lot of struggle with that and a lot of angst. And so you're going to help us with that, because I know a
yeah.
lot of my community, a lot of entrepreneurs that I work with, that comes up is, how do I know what the value is? How do I put a financial value to this program or this work that I do? So welcome.
Thank you so much. This is such an important topic. So thank you so much for bringing this to your community.
I'm delighted to have you here. And you're such a great teacher, because you can take complex things or things that feel really muddy, where we're kind of having an inner critic show up, and you can really simplify them with some great strategies. And that's what you're going to do for us today, is you're going to share three powerful ways to set pricing and make it easier, make it calmer for all of us to be able to settle into.
Yes.
Awesome. So, the other thing I want to mention is that you are an author. And one of the things we're going to lead into a little bit today when we talk about pricing is your amazing program called Passion to Profit. And that's one of the modules that you're going to talk about is pricing. So what I love about having met you and been following you and then becoming your friend is what an amazing teacher you are. And so with this book, Passion to Profit, there's so much information for people who are new in business to kind of understand the different steps. And so you take these really complex ideas and make them super easy. So I want people to know about you, know about your book, know about your program, because there's so much value in there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The reason I like things being like calm and simple is because that's what I want for myself. I don't want things to be complicated or stressful. So I'm always like, how do I just break this down and make it so as easy as possible?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we're inundated with so much information and so many ways to do things that it's hard to discern what's the right way for us, or what's the way that's going to be most meaningful or ease-filled for us. So let's talk about that. I want to hear from you about why you think we struggle and have so much angst with setting prices. What do you think's happening for us?
Yeah, I think it's something that's very specific to when we go into business from our heart, from our passion. I was actually watching a show last night on TV about sales, like in regular stores, and kind of watching the managing directors making decisions about what they're going to price things at. And you could just see there was no angst. It was just like factual numbers. There was no drama, because they didn't really care. It was about kind of selling shoes. They didn't really care about the shoes. It was just profit margins. And that's kind of what they were thinking. For us, when we go into running a business from coaching or from yoga or from being a doula, if we're really honest, we would do that work for free, right? As in, if like all our needs were taken care of, we would just do that work. That would be like our hobby, or like just the thing that we do with our spare time. It's like, oh, I'll just coach you, or I'll just do some art for you.
Yeah, like it comes so easy and natural to us that it just feels good to give it.
Yeah, it's like, why would I charge someone for doing what I love? It's not the compensation model that we're used to in the rest of employment. So we have to first of all recognize that we're in a very different model than a lot of the businesses out there, which is why a lot of that business advice won't work for us.
So what I love about what you said is recognizing that our model as a solopreneur and as someone who's doing work that we love, that feels really natural to us, it's not to compare it to other models that are out there, that this is really different, and giving us just permission to know that and accept that. I think that's great.
Yeah, it's really different. And so then we hear this advice, right, that's kind of specific supposedly to us in these kind of professions where people are like, well, then charge whatever you can. I remember this advice, like charge the highest amount you can charge without being sick. I remember hearing that and being like, what? It's like the opposite of doing stuff for free, but then it takes you into this horrible realm. I don't want to say a price that makes me feel sick. That's not how I want to be when I'm having pricing conversations, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we can swing the other way of like, well, it's the recession, or money's tight, it's after Christmas, it's people are feeling the pinch, and then we kind of swing the other way, and it just becomes a minefield. It becomes really confusing and a bit kind of like motion sickness, like, what do we do? And we get into comparison. Like I might think, well, Jack's charging this for her course, I should charge this for my course because, well, Jack's in Canada. And it's like, no, let's just get out of that realm completely.
Yeah.
So there are 3 exercises I want to share. The first one is resonant pricing, that I think some of your people might already know. I learned it from the guys at Heart of Business. It's basically a way of dropping down into a price as if that price already exists, right? It's like there is already a price for your service, for your product, and it's your job to hear that and to find it, not to kind of create it.
I see. It's, what you're saying then is instead of looking outside of ourselves, right? And for the information to be coming outside of ourselves to drop into that, there's some inner work there. There's something to hear within ourselves where that price is going to come from.
Absolutely, which is why we need to get quiet enough and calm enough to hear our intuition about pricing. It's really important. And don't, if people say, oh, that's too expensive, I can't afford it, to not be swayed by that. So this is why, I recommend not doing discounts when you actually set your prices, that you really stay firm with those prices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes so much sense to me. I know that a lot of people, especially when they're new, that they feel like they need to lower those right off the bat or discount right away because there's a fear of no one coming, and so making a judgment that it's got to be the price that's too high, and sort of really being really reactive to that.
Yeah, it's often not the price. So when somebody says, I can't afford it, what I do and what I encourage my clients to do is to hear something different. So there are occasions when someone literally physically does not have the money, like no amount of maneuvering finances could make it happen. But what it actually normally means is, this is not a priority for me at the moment.
Right.
Okay, so therefore I can't afford it, as in I'm not willing to move finances around. I'm not willing to not go on that holiday or not go out to this thing, because that's just not a priority. And that's just a much more honest translation of I can't afford it. The other,
that's amazing to think about that, because instead of making it about us, we've set the price too high, or projecting we can't afford our own service, so they can't afford us.
Yes.
To
really
expand from that, and exactly what you said is to know that is not this. What I'm offering right now is not a priority for them at this moment in time, and that's okay.
Yeah, and that's okay. And so either I need to do a different job with marketing of making it clear why this is a priority for them right now, right? Actually, maybe I haven't communicated why it's of such value, why it's going to take their pain away, why it's going to get them where they want to get to. So maybe that's a job for me to do with that. The other place it's a job for me to do is to think, when you hear I can't afford it, again, translate that into I don't feel safe enough to say yes. So rather than dropping your price, think, have I made this person feel absolutely safe? Whether that's having a wise investment guarantee, whether that's giving people the chance to ask questions before they commit. Just, testimonials, that can increase safety.
Yeah.
So just how can I make this person feel safe enough that they feel like they can go ahead with getting your help?
Really tangible ways for us to move past the drama and outside of our inner critic, judging the pricing that we're setting, and giving us a way to move forward and to be helpful, like to kind of guide them into the process of working with you or with us by exploring how can I make them be more safe or feel more safe? What other information, what other testimonials, what other things do they need so that they can make a decision to work with me, as opposed to just making it about the price? Really good and helpful.
We so too automatically go straight to the price. They're not buying, do something with the price. It's like that's the last thing to look at. Look at all these other things first.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So there's something that you've mentioned to me before about the shopping center method.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'd
Okay,
love for you to
so
talk about that.
this is an assignment that I set in the very first week of the Passion to Profit course. Is I actually have people I invite them to go and stand in a busy shopping centre. So like a mall, a high street, a shopping centre, whatever, any place of commerce. And I give them questions to go take with them. It's like a field assignment. And they just sit there. And so you watching now can do this right now, to go and actually sit somewhere and just watch. Like just watch as people go past you with their shopping bags, look into shops and see people actually giving their card over at the till, like at the cash desk. And just recognize how much money is flowing all around you at any point. Mm-hmm. Because when I do this for myself, and I still do it, I go to Oxford Street in London, which is like, whoa. And I remember kind of at the time, lots of news about it's a recession, people aren't spending money. And I'm sat there in, Selfridges, which is like this massive London department store. People are spending hundreds and thousands and hundreds and thousands on things that probably aren't really going to change their life, right? They're just like a nice necklace. And you just start seeing, wow, there is money out there. Mm-hmm. People get paid. I'm no different. I'm no different from these people as a business owner. It's natural that people will pay me if what I'm offering is what they need. And it just takes the drama. I'm up for anything which takes the drama out and takes our stories, right? Yeah. Like, here's my story. People don't have money. People aren't spending money. So do something which challenges that belief, which puts you in a situation where you can't hold that belief anymore. Because once you see that, you can't hold that belief anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, there's the proof. There's the evidence right here. I'm sitting amongst all of these people that are spending and wanting and freely choosing to spend.
Yes.
And I think, when I think about that comment I made earlier about in my early days of business, when I was just starting out, I would project, I can't afford that, so then they can't afford that. And I have disproven that so many times. And again, to just not project my own experiences or my own capabilities financially onto who my right people are, because my right people can pay. Yeah.
So good.
I love the idea of sitting in a busy mall like that and just embracing it and seeing how that it is untrue. So once we know something, we can't not know it. And getting above the drama. And there's also another way in which you can make it really factual. So do you want to talk about prices and how to bring them into being really factual?
Yeah, this is my other favorite game to play. I like to play games when it comes to pricing.
I know
and money.
You do. You make things fun. I love it.
Everything fun. So let's just you and I play this game now, right? We're just going to state facts. Okay, just literally state facts. So there's a girl on her bike outside my window. Your turn.
Say that again. Because all I'm thinking is, oh my God, we're playing a game and I have to win. Because it's my competitive side. Oh my God, how do I win this game? What are the rules?
Oh my God, I love it. There's no winners. It's taking part that counts, Jack, okay?
Okay.
You can't win. It's just facts. So there's a tree outside my window.
Okay, all right, yes. And so outside of my window, there is snow all over the ground.
Great. You're wearing a red top?
Yeah. And your hair looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. Now, that's actually a value judgment, right?
It is. Oh, it is.
Like
so fact.
But this is really important. So when people do this at home, like, just choose facts, like something that anybody else would say, like, there is a grey car, like, there is a, I don't know, like, thing to record, like, put your iPhone on to record videos. Just, like, you state facts.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my INFP. Everything's about feeling. So it's all value judgment. See, you're learning a lot about me now. Okay, I'll play the game. Okay, so factual. Okay, yes. So I'm wearing black glasses.
You are. There is still Christmas decorations on my... Oh my gosh, I just broken my Christmas decoration. Oh my gosh. Sam's going to be so upset. Okay. There is still Christmas decoration. There's still a Christmas decoration on my window.
Okay, I have a candle lit.
Oh, yay! Yeah. I have some water. I'm drinking some water.
And I'm wearing a gold necklace.
Yes.
Fancy for you.
I won't say it's beautiful because that's...
Okay, that's value, yeah.
Great. So the person at home just does this, right? They just state facts and you just feel the energy of facts. For me, factual energy is quite it's calm, it's neutral, it has no drama, it has no emotion. It's just like fact.
Yeah.
And then you start saying your price in that same energy, right? So my course is £950. There is a window, there is a car. It's They're just facts. So your price becomes a fact. It's not like you have emotionally created this price and you're all attached to it. So when someone says how much it is, you just say it's $100, it's $250. There's no question mark, there's no explanation, there's no apology, there's no justification. It's like I wouldn't justify, like, what is that? I wouldn't justify it. I wouldn't be like, if you were like, I don't think that's a bottle of water. I'm like, well, it's a bottle of water, right?
Right. Yeah.
So matter of fact pricing.
I get it. I really get it. And what I notice, I'm thinking about my own experience in business in that I have done a one-to-one program for a really long time. And when I say those prices, it feels so factual to me.
Yeah.
And I'm really detached on people's opinion of it. You can afford it, not afford it. You can make the choice, not make the choice. And there's no emotional attachment to it. It just is what it is. I notice when I'm setting new prices for things that I'm doing for the first time, the value thing pops up again. So it's a great way for me now to use this tool and go, okay, that's a fact that this program is how much it is. This new thing is this much. And sort of just to practice that with that kind of, with that tool that you're sharing right now. That's great. Thank you.
Pleasure. And they go together, right? They go together because you go to the shopping centre, you see there's money flowing about, you do your resonant pricing, so it's from your intuition, so you don't have to worry about it, and then you state it as a fact. Job done.
Job done. So tell us how we can learn more from you. I know you have Passion to Profit, this beautiful group program. And
I love it.
It's currently open for registration right now.
Yes.
This is the 8th time that you're going to be running this program, and it continues to evolve. The content continues to solidify, and yet there's a little bit of a new format. So let's hear about Passion to Profit.
Yeah, do you know what? It's for anybody who is absolutely serious about getting their business on track. This is what I've learned from doing it over the years, that it's about focus. It's about clarity. It's about, I'm not messing anymore. I'm going to get this business going.
Right.
So it's an online course. So it's great because you can do it whether you're in Canada, America, Australia, France, England, in your own time. But there's also masses of interaction. So we have an online community forum where you can ask all your questions. So let's say the module is all about tribe or niche. Okay, this is one of the very core things we look at. And then I've set some exercises then for you to go and do to get clear about your niche. And then let's say you've got a question like, oh, I think I've got kind of 2 niches. What do I do? You bring that question to our online forum. You bring it to our live Q&A call. We also have a Facebook group. So these are all new formats that have come in the last short while.
Yeah.
And you can also buddy up with people on the program, different people each time. So each time you're talking through your actions with someone different from the program, and getting their insights, getting their feedback, getting their contacts if they can introduce you to people. So basically you are being supported for 10 weeks on getting your business like fit and healthy for success. Basically, that's the idea.
I love how structured it is. How there's each module is really specific. That there's worksheets and individual things to work through. And I think what I most love is that you've taken the self out of self-employment and you've created it in terms of a group learning, a group community, a supportive way for people to learn and share from each other, their peers, but also to be able to connect in with you and ask you specific questions and get that guidance from you too. So, this program has such a strong, beautiful reputation, which is why I'm so thrilled and honored to be able to share this with my community. And I think being January and the start of a new year, it's a great opportunity for people who've been kind of bumping along and struggling to get things really grounded and solid in their business to consider working with you and to check out this program. So all the links and information are right below. Yay.
Thank you so much.
How long is registration open for?
So we're open to the 16th of January. It depends on what time you're watching this, but we have an early bird as well. So do check out if we're still in that. You'll see we've got on the webpage, this is so cool, my tech guy did this, a countdown timer. So it will tell you how long there is left to enroll. So go and look at that page because you don't want to miss out because this won't run again until way later in the year probably.
Fabulous. Really, really great. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I always learn from you all the time. Every time we sit down and talk, there's always like a little tidbit, and I'm further along in business than a lot of people who are going to be entering Passion to Profit. So there's so much for people to learn from you. Yeah. And what I love is how easy and simple you make it, how applicable. And so thank you for being here.
Total pleasure.
to my community.
Yay!
All right.
Wonderful
All
to
right.
meet you guys. Jack's community, very, very cool.
Wonderful. Okay. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
No worries at all. I noticed
I
that
think it all went
my
okay.
top kept falling off. I kept going for this sexy little, this thing was
Oh,
happening.
did you?
Oh my gosh, your picture is so hot. I'm just seeing you like on the sofa there like this. Like, There I am.
I need to lay on some fur.
Yeah, don't we all?
Exactly. It would help coaching.
Yeah.
Furry based. Okay. Ready? Are you ready to go?
Totally.
Ready to... Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. And transition into, sorry, I got to start again.
No worries.
All right. Do we just hang up and start again? Do I call in again?
Just go, because she can just do it. She can just cut the whole front bit off here. It's fine.
Cut this off, Melissa.
Cut it off. Cut it off. Make it go away. When we move from self-employment.
I think I'm better being the interviewee. Okay.
Woo!
All right. Okay. So what a great, I think that's a really great piece of information. Hello, there's someone trying to call us now.
Ooh.
You hear the phone ringing in the background. Damn it!
They're like, come on.
We might have to pause this part out.
I want some pricing information. That's what they're doing.
Tell me now.